for you to have the karmic clearing. Okay? Karmic clearing. We mentioned about perception about Radha and Krishna, or the divine or God, right? Sanchita karma clearing, in my understanding, does not happen with the formless God or light world or something. Be very clear about it. Okay? Because many teachings they say light is higher, or we find Radha and Krishna, then finally you'll end up finding the formless God, and finally you reach who is real God, which is one with everything, all of these teachings, right? It's not wrong. But if you see the map that we show you, right, you go through these stages of inside the universe itself, you can go through these levels. And if you get outside the universe also, you can go through these levels where you will reach formless God. Because if you penetrate the universe, the universe is penetrated by formless God, right? Even science has proven it now, modern science. So you can say that you will reach the ultimate when you reach formless. But then again, there are levels more to go. If you get out of the universe, you will see there are billions of universes. So which universal consciousness you're talking about, right? So you'll say that the billions of universes are billions of formless gods, right? If you find that, it's okay. Then you get into the universes, and if you go to the source of the universe, you will see there is form God there. If you get into that form God, if you go deep into that God, you will see again light God there. So God is like multiple forms as you can keep on exploring. So one may say that, see, I finished through the deity worshipping, and now I have finished through the form worshipping, and now I have finished the formless worshipping. Now I'm into the Brahma Jyoti light world. People who get Sayuji Moksha, or the light, Sayuji Mukti, getting into the light, merging into the light, they feel bored and they return back to the planet in time. This may happen in millions of years, but it is not a permanent place to be. Because light is what? The radiation of the next level. After light, then what? Then again form world starts, which is the two-third part of the whole creation. This is all scriptural teachings I'm giving you. Nothing is about me, okay? Or any one of my gurus or anything. It's all written in the scriptures. We will show you in the future. Maybe we will run a few days of Jnana Yoga, knowledge sessions, where I'm going to reveal to you all these teachings. Once you get into the form layers of the spiritual world, it is another infinite layers and layers and number of spiritual, I cannot say universe also, because there is no limit. Goloka, we show like a circle. It is not 1,000 petal only. It's just a small, tiny bit of it. Goloka is infinite universe, right? We cannot measure it. But for human understanding, we say this is how it looks. This is all it is, so that we can grasp something. So when you get into that form world, and then you traverse through the different form of different gods, you reach the worlds of the gods you used to worship inside the universe, and you will see all of them are there in the higher worlds also. That's why when we showed you the map, and then we reach the ultimate in Goloka, right? How do you know it's ultimate? Scripture says so, Brahma Samhita says so, and even in our experience, we have seen it as the ultimate, and Radha and Krishna as a supreme. Beyond that, it's better you stay here, be a little child, and play with Radha and Krishna. If you like to get your growth happening in the way we are saying, you can be in this form. You can choose Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ also is there in Goloka and in Vaikunda. Vaikunda, I have seen his world. That is also fine. But which Jesus Christ in which world, you're not sure about, correct? You don't know where it is his world. Hmm? So, as in our scriptures, we have been given the world details of Goloka, and Goloka needs to be perceived. That's what Lord Krishna is saying. Today, this is today's teaching for you. It's brand new teaching. I never heard also this one. How do we perceive Goloka? Sahasrapatra Kamalam Gokulakya Mahatpadam Tat Karnikaram Tadama Tat Anandamsam Sambhavam. Right? So this is every day we sing, right? So let's read a little bit about Goloka. I think it's better you read about it. Okay. So maybe Apurva and and Remya or Litu also can read. Okay. So let me pause the record. So listen to this very, very carefully. It's very subtle teaching, okay? But very, very powerful. He's giving now. So Vrinda has had the Goloka experience for a whole day outside and a few days later. And if she's sustaining that, right? What's the journey you're taking is, so she is going to get from where she was to that peak state. That is her next journey. Journey means what? Not the program journey. I'm saying her travel, inner travel is to that level where she personally in her body experienced that state. It's like law of attraction, right? Law of attraction. You attract what you feel. She felt this, so she's attracting that what she felt. If she is able to perceive in her mind Brahma Samhita, then that peak state will get to her default reality. Hmm? Then what happens is that she wakes up and then she can only see Goloka everywhere, right? She can see the beautiful animated plants, trees. Maybe morning she wakes up and a tree comes and hugs her, right? So she is living in two worlds at the same time. She has had this experience and she's having it also. Recently also she had that, okay? Two worlds, same time, right? So then ecstasy will start rising up. When she keeps her foot right from the morning, she keeps it on Goloka, right? So it's full of flowers, plants, like beautiful trees, lakes, diamonds, gems, and so on. Goloka is a very different planet. We are going to read a little bit of it. And when she is going to look into her mirror, she can see Radha in her mirror as her body. And she can see the trees and plants. Goloka is full of nature, superimposed with the current reality, which you call reality, which is not reality. She'll start seeing simultaneously Bhuloka and Goloka and feeling Goloka in Bhuloka. This is the way I can explain to you about the state. How else can I explain to you? You'll get it. And then she moves, then she looks into children, right? She can see only small Radha and small Krishnas lying down, right? So she cannot go and scream and wake her up because she starts feeling them. She loves, love is so much that she goes and calls them, and Radha and Krishna is helping, and they wake up and they also listen to her because of the power of love, and they go and do this, and children also gets into that state because mother is in that state, right? Then she looks at the pet whom she hates before. She'll see there is Surabhi or like pet in Goloka. And the pet himself will behave differently. See, many times I've shown red when darshan happens, blue comes down and he goes into through the process. Correct? So pets are very clear evidence to the energy rises that happens. I've taken video and showed you, right, how blue differs when we change energies here. So then food, she does not have to chant or meditate, or she doesn't need shield, she doesn't need any protection or anything because she's in Goloka. And whatever she does, she comes and cooks, or she, whatever she does, this reality, her reality will be very different. And the Bhuloga reality, earth, life will reflect her state to her. That is how the gurus are. Because I have studied the guru states, how they sustain, how do they attract, right, so many devotees. It is because their inner state is very different from what we can think of. Hmm? So we can also get there. That's what Krishna wants to give you today. Krishna likes to gift you today is that state. Okay? So you will get a peak state, and then that peak state becomes your gold state. And then you raise gradually to that state. And thereafter you keep growing. And also, one thing I like to say is that tomorrow I'm going to go into details of it, that this, the negative emotions and the pains that you have in the body will become blissful. That's all I can say today. Tomorrow I'm going to go into detail. Okay, let's now listen to Brahma Samhita. Okay.